Hey, what's up, you guys? So I wanted to go ahead and make a video. I had made one earlier, but it pretty much didn't have enough information, and I forgot, like I said, a little bit and stuff like that. So I got the Depo January 27th, a day after we had given birth to our daughter. She had passed away. So April 27th would have been my 3 months. So after that, I had, like I've told y'all in the past, this is just kind of like an update to tell y'all what's going on. I had panic attacks. I had, of course, you know, with a traumatic event, it's a panic attack. But I mean, you can have panic attacks. But I had panic attacks. My bones were hurting, and I was continuously bleeding. So pretty much my body was messed up. So the bleeding stopped, I would say maybe 2 months in. So for 1 month, I wasn't bleeding when I was on the Depo. And that's because I had taken ibuprofen 500, 800, 500, whichever one those are. When I did the research, they pretty much was telling me that the ibuprofen 800, I think it's 800, was supposed to stop you from bleeding continuously. And it did, but as soon as you stop taking it, it actually, you start back bleeding. But what happened was I took it for maybe 3 or 4 days because I was doing the research, and, you know, they said that it's not good that you take it constantly. So I took it for maybe 3 or 4 days, and then I was thinking about, like, if I was to get pregnant, you know, in between that time, or, you know, just having, like, these really false hopes. If I was to get pregnant in between that time, then the ibuprofen would affect my baby. So I had stopped taking that for maybe like a day or so, and then when I stopped taking that for maybe a day or so, I had started back bleeding. But then like the day after that, it stopped. So it kind of just like slowly stopped. Then with my bones hurting, my bones was hurting for a long time. I just realized last month that when my period started, that's when my bones stopped hurting. And that's the reason why I said I wanted to remake this video, because I did not realize it. Like, I used to cut, I really think this is because of the Depo. I would have like horrible pains on my right side. I would have where I would get locked. My right leg would lock up, and I wouldn't be able to move, or I would lay on my back and my right side would get like a sharp pain down it. It would lock up and I wouldn't be able to move. So the Depo really does affect your bones. Also, I did have a baby, and I had my daughter on my right side. I was going into labor, and I got stuck on my right side, and so I ended up giving birth to her that way. So then like I said, the continuous bleeding, the panic attacks. The panic attacks are still present. They're not like horrible panic attacks, but at the same time, sometimes if I get off track with my breathing, I can feel one possibly coming on, but I can know how to control it now. I think because I had the Depo in my system, it was harder to control the panic attacks, meaning like I couldn't reel myself back in. It was too much going on, and like I said, I was going to have a horrible panic attack. But like I said, with 3 months, and I got it January to February, February to March, March to April. So April 27th is when it would have been in 3 months. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So it's been 8 months since I've technically been off the Depo, but it's been 11 months since I got it. So in January it'll be a year since I got it, and 8 months since it's technically supposed to have been out my system, which was supposed to have been the 3 months after I've taken the Depo. So I don't necessarily consider January the year. I consider April the year. Like I said, I'm still not pregnant. I have been really tired for the past few days after I last ovulated. I've been really tired. My body been aching, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that possibly is a pregnancy. But you know what I'm saying? You really never know until you take the test and stuff like that. And as of last month, I decided that I won't be taking the test because of the fact that is, like I said, when I was doing the ovulation test, it becomes stressful. But when you're constantly taking a pregnancy test every month, it becomes stressful too, and you don't realize how stressful it is until you get that negative and you like, dang, I want to be pregnant, and I'm not pregnant. But I'm not just trying to be pregnant just to be pregnant. I'm actually trying to have a healthy pregnancy. I don't want to get pregnant before my time because I want to be able to keep this baby. I don't want to have a miscarriage or stillbirth. I want to be able to have this baby. Like, it was hard at Christmas. School went down his family house and they talk more about my daughter than my family does. So it was hard hearing them wanting her to be there and things like that. But at the same time, I personally felt the same way, but it felt good to talk about her, to hear her name, and for somebody to, act like she existed, which she still exists. Energy doesn't decimate, it just transfers. But, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate the update. I wanted to do this video too because I just got done responding to somebody's comment, and they were talking about when they're supposed to get off, when their period's supposed to come back. And that's most of the comments, is either when is the period supposed to come back, or when this is supposed to stop and this is supposed to begin, and things like that. To be honest, y'all, I'm gonna be really, 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 really honest. Like, nothing's gonna be normal for a while. And if I can really, really warn somebody out there, do not get the Depo. I wouldn't do birth control at all because it messes with your hormones. But if you're going to do a birth control, don't do the Depo. Do something that can be either removed or completely stopped. Like with the pill, it's a chance that you could get pregnant because you're not taking it that month. But the pill is probably a better choice for some people than the Depo is, to where the Depo messes with your hormones, meaning like it's an injection. It messes with your hormones. It stays in your body as long as it wants to stay in your body. Like I said, the best advice I can give someone, and I know this really, really, really sucks to tell someone, is to be patient. And I hate that advice. I wish I didn't have to be patient. I wish I didn't have to be like, oh yeah, I wish I could just be like, okay, it's a chance I'm gonna get pregnant this month. I don't think it's a chance, but if I didn't have the Depo, it would be a huge chance. Like, if I didn't have the Depo, I could have got pregnant months after my daughter. But at the same time, things happen for a reason. I got the Depo, so now I'm making videos weekly to tell people how it's going to go in a weekly process instead of months or years apart. So I feel like that was meant to be us grieving our daughter before we had another baby, to kind of give her, time, give us time and give her time for her to exist and for us to grieve her passing away. So I feel like that was meant to be us, getting closer, and us kind of doling down our craziness, because when you lose a child, you're gonna go crazy regardless. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not, I'm not necessarily gonna say you're going out here killing people, but you're gonna go crazy. Like, your reality isn't your reality anymore. You have to switch up your reality. You gotta let go of the person that you was before. You kind of gotta turn into another person. That was meant to be to where we can grieve her, and for us to really see how people are. Yeah, had a lot of realizations through this, and for just life things to happen. I miss her. I wish we didn't have to lose her for them things to happen, but you just never know. You just never know why something happened. You can't really ask why in life. You can't really ask why. You just got to be like, it happened and now I got to deal with it. So in dealing with that and saying that, I would say my best advice for the Depo is, one, don't get it. Do not get the Depo. Look for another birth control. I had an implant in my arm for years. Even years past when I was supposed to have it in, and I still didn't have as many problems with the Depo, except for my period was really, really, really heavy. And I would say my advice number 2 is, in this journey, you will have to be patient, because if you're not patient, when you're dealing with this, it's going to stress you out and make you not able to get pregnant. It kind of got to be like, if you've ever had those thoughts where it's like, okay, well, this is hard, but I got to think past it. You got to think about, if you are trying to have a baby, that eventually you'll have this healthy baby, or that eventually this is going to leave your system and your body's going to stop aching. Because like I said, I couldn't even move most of the time because my bones were aching so bad. And my advice number 3 is communicate with people. The best thing I can say that's happened to me through this is people saying, oh yeah, I lost my daughter to doing research. Oh yeah, they lost their child to the Depo is doing this to my body. I didn't know the Depo was going to do this. Do research, but don't over research, because I was at one point, I can tell you on Google, I read every single page that talked about the Depo. And on Google, I'm being honest, you usually don't go to the second page because it'd be something crazy. But, I've read every single page about Depo, about child loss. I gotta sneeze. About child loss, things like that. So I would say be patient and kind of just let things happen. That's horrible advice, but that's what I had to do. But I do thank y'all for watching. This is a new format of me doing this because, like I said, I'm tired and my body been aching. I have been working on my website, and I'll be telling y'all about that soon. But I do thank y'all for watching, and I greatly appreciate everyone for commenting. Like I said, I really greatly appreciate it because it gives me someone to actually talk to about it, because most of the things that I see are from like 2014, 2015 or something like that. But I thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. Peace and baby dust. It's not stopping. Why is it